Hello, kit heads. We are talking kit, the home of the greatest football kit content in the whole entire world, if not YouTube. Anything you can think of, we are the best at it. It's Tuesday. It means one thing only. Welcome to the Rank Bank. Yes, we have 10 more shirts that ourselves here and a very, very, very special guest. I'm going to be looking at and going through. I'm excited for this episode. I am, of course, Double A. And I feel like we're comfortable enough now that I don't have to introduce them. They're known. They are my brothers in kits. Obviously, we've got Josh, a.k.a. the Kitsman. Very, very pleased and very fortunate enough that he's done 2 shows back-to-back. So, how lucky are we? How are you doing, Josh?
Yeah, I'm doing exceptionally well. Thank you very much. Yeah, happy to be making it a brace. Yeah, it's good. It's good news. It's good news.
You never know. You could be on for a hat trick soon. Do you know what I mean, mate?
No. I think that's a definite, mate.
Okay.
There are definites in life, and that is definitely one of them.
I love to see it. I hope you're good though, mate. I hope you've had a good week so far.
Average to fair.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We won't go into it. It's fine. You're here now, and that's the main thing. That's all that matters.
That is the main thing.
That's all that matters. Dom, hey pal.
Easy.
Good week for you. I mean, it's only Wednesday, but yet your week's been topped off with the fact that now you are in the titles and you've got your own float in your head.
That was a massive highlight for me, and even managed to get the grey in my beard and my receding hairline as well.
All that, and yet you're still a beautiful man. What can we say? You know what I mean? Hey?
But yeah, buzzing. Yeah.
You good though? You happy to be back? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a little better than you sound, to be fair. So are you all right?
Joe, it's so kind. No one ever asked me on this show how I am. I'm doing the asking.
Always think you though.
I'm feeling sorry for myself. I woke up today absolutely dying of a cold. So there is that. I'm not going to blame my daughter, but she did have the sniffles over the weekend. So, and she's teething. Apparently, kids get colds when they're teething. So let's all blame an innocent child, shall we? Just going to put that out there. But other than that, I'm absolutely fine. I'm absolutely buzzing for this show. We've had a bit of a shuffle and a thing at the end, but I'm ready to go. It's going to be a great show. So before we get into what we're ranking this week, if you don't already know, let's do our usual business. If it is your first time talking kit, be sure to smash a like on the video. And if you feel like being extra kind and generous with your liking spree and stuff and tapping buttons, subscribe to the channel. Why not? I mean, we are trying to grow and get bigger and become actually the greatest football kit YouTube channel in the world. We need your help to do it. And like I say, it's absolutely free to do. So just subscribe to the channel. You're not getting this anywhere else. Also, I don't know if you've seen, obviously in the screen, we've got a brand new logo as well. It looks a bit more football orientated. Did it thinking buzzing. I love it. I'm so happy to get this out straight away. Max from Fitted for Fans sent me the bloody Spider-Man picture with both our logos on the heads. So, I get that. It looks a little bit similar. The colours are very different. Then I get a notification from Dom. Shout out to the guys at Kit Mag. They've done some posters with the same bastard colours. So here's what it is. It's too late to change. I ain't changing it. It's just gonna have to coexist, and there you go. But I mean, talking kit. If we ever become a football team, we've got a nice logo there, nice crest. So there we go. Right. Let's get our guest on. We were meant to have Tom from Circa88, but something's cropped up, so he's no longer going to be on, but we will rearrange it, and he will be on the channel again soon. Someone we've desperately been looking forward to getting on, so yeah, that will happen. So he's just the one guest, but I mean, it's by no means a sad thing that this guest is on the show. Recently got to know him on another channel, if you've seen me do Saeed's Unfiltered podcast on Sunday nights, talking Manchester United, and done a few shows with him. And I mean, I know I go to sometimes I get overwhelmed and I start to talk a bit too much about guests, and I start to I don't want to say lick their ass a little bit, but
No one's noticed. No one's noticed.
I lick their ass a little bit. But I mean, this guy is just a legend. I mean, he's known for being. I think I sound really mank, right? But there's not many people that can make me not sound mank. This guy is definitely one of them. Yeah. Big United fan. Before I got to know him, I used to see him walking to the games in his Island shirts, and I thought, no, I'm not going to go over and start being one of them people. But you'll all know, you all know him. Giggsy knows him. Moise knows him. He's an absolute fucking legend. Pardon my French. It's the one and only bloody Andy Tate. How you, pal? You okay?
Good evening, gentlemen.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Thanks for having me on.
Mate, it's been a long time coming because I remember the first show we did with Saeed. You mentioned loving kits and you'd come on, and then we've not arranged it. And I thought, let's get you on now. Let's do it. There's nothing stopping us, is there really? So,
yeah, nice quiet night. Nice quiet night. Get it done.
You know what I mean? There's no football. Well, there is some football, but you don't want to watch them, do you? Do you know what I mean?
No. Tomorrow concerns me.
Exactly. So, yeah, thank you for coming on, mate. It's a pleasure to have you on the channel. To be fair to you. So, how have you been? You good?
Yeah, I've been good. Bit to see my old man today. Sorted his tickets out for tomorrow. And under 21 on Friday. United to play Monaco in a Premier Intercontinental match at Old Trafford. So sorted these tickets out. I mean, he's 70 odd, bless him. Technology don't go well down with the older generation, does it? But he's got his tickets and he's looking forward to his couple of nights at Old Trafford and a few pints.
Nice.
That's how it should be, mate. That's how it should be. Okay, so we'll get into this week's episode. So, again, as always, big shout out to Jackson's jersey. He's coming already in the chat. Shout out to Andy. Good evening, pal. Hope you're okay. It was his idea. He was on the show last week and he was going to be on, and then I changed it last minute. So it's 10 Brits abroad. So we're looking at 10 British players that have played abroad and the shirts that they wore. As always, I've got one in the back here. So yeah, before we get into that, I should obviously say that Full Kit Rankers is now obviously sponsored by the lovely people over at Retro Football Kits. They do indeed sponsor the show. They sell thousands of football shirts. So make sure you go and check them out. The link is in the description. And you can get 10% off your orders at the moment, or with our code, you can get it all the time. It's retrofootballkits.co.uk, and just use code TalkingKit10, and you can get 10% off. And I was in their warehouse again today picking this shirt. They've got some unbelievable shirts. Honestly, it's like some of them, it's just ridiculous. They're even for the World Cup as well that I've just seen today. They've dropped 3 bobble hats. So because it's a Winter World Cup, obviously over here we're going to need something to keep our heads warm. So they've got 3 bobble hats you can go and get. I think they're about £15. So go and check the website. We've got an England one with the 3 lions on. We've got a Wales one with a dragon. And my favourite, obviously I don't support England, but my favourite, they've got the USA away from 94. So it's the stars and all that kind of thing. It's a right touch. The thick, the nice and warm. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah, we had USA sewn in. Yeah.
Look like a denim shirt. So go check them out. Retro Football Kits. They're £15, but you can get 10% off with our code. So yeah, Retro Football Kits. .co.uk. Get 10% off using Talking Kit 10. Right, that's enough of that. 10 shirts from Brits abroad. What I've done though, because Tom's not here, I've substituted him with Jay from Retro Football Kits, and he's scored them as well. So he's the 5th person to score. So if you've not seen Full Kit Rankers before, I've sent each of the guys 10 shirts. They've all ranked them 1 to 10, 1 being 10 points and 10 being 1 point. I then calculate everyone's scores and it makes one final list. And that's the list that we're going to go through today and talk about. And not only the shirts, but also the players as well. So it's a nice little mix of shirts and players. So yeah, it's 10 Brits abroad. So let's get straight into it. No point messing around, is there? Number 10 on our list then. Only 13 points overall. So kind of not very well liked. And it's this one. It's a player currently playing. I think he's the only player that's still playing. Oh, no. one of 2 players that are still playing. Over in Germany, look like he's going to get a Premier League move soon. And it's the cup shirt from Borussia Dortmund from this season. Obviously, Jude Bellingham wearing it at the moment. And I think he captained in this shirt as well, I believe. So, yeah, I had it 8th on my list. I just think it's a very Dortmund shirt, which we've seen a million times with the famous Evonik sponsor. I just think there was 2 that was worse. This week for me, it's okay. It's an all right shirt. Let's start with, who should we start with? So Jay had this 10th overall. As he's not here, I'll give his score straight away. So 10th, so he didn't like it, and it was bottom of his list. Let's go with you, Dom, because you agreed with Jay. You had it bottom of your list. What's the reasons why?
It conflicts with a shirt which is a lot higher up, but cross manufacture throwbacks are not really my thing. So obviously we know the Adidas template that this refers to, but obviously Puma doing it. The Evonik sponsor is just a little jarring in comparison. But I was asked by someone on Instagram what it would look like with the De Continental logo and the Adidas trefoil as well. I don't know if you can.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Moochos better.
Yeah, just looks better. But yeah, I think Puma throwing it back to Adidas. Obviously, we know there's history and there's some animosity there between the brothers. So it seemed a mad thing to do. And I don't think that red sponsor or like kind of gradient burgundy sponsor works on it at all. So yeah, just not a huge fan.
Yeah. Okay, Josh. Again, you agreed and had it bottom. If we talk about Jude Bellingham a little bit, great player. Do you think he's going to be abroad for much longer, or can you see that move to a big Premier League team coming soon?
Possibly. I mean, I know he's really done well over there, hasn't he? And he's it's nice to see sort of Brits abroad doing well, because we don't really get many sort of Brits being exported over, do we, to the clubs and such, and doesn't really sort of they don't tend to stay there. But it's almost like it's a testing ground for him, and he'll come back. Yeah, I mean, I think he's got to do a little bit more, hasn't he, before he can actually earn that status. I mean, he's already how old is he?
19.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? He's already at Dortmund. I mean, for me personally, as a football romantic, I mean, playing at this Signal Iduna Park or like that, and again with that sort of like the yellow wall and things like that. I mean, that is the ultimate. But unfortunately, that the Premier League are going to come a calling back for him. And for me, I'd quite happily spend years at Dortmund. I mean, it's just you'd absolutely adored. I mean, look at Jurgen Klopp every time he finished a game there. He's just jeering up the crowd, and they're absolutely electric. But in answer to your question, I think it's inevitable, isn't it, mate? They're bound to come back.
Yeah. And the shirt then, if you just get your thoughts on the shirt.
Yeah, so positives are that it's definitely a Dortmund shirt, the negatives are that it's just a little bit lost. I mean, I don't understand. It's almost like a bit of an afterthought. It's almost like, right, we designed this. Let's sort of see if we can slap some stupid sort of like tram lines on it. I do like Evonik. I think Evonik is much better than the one-on-one they've got at the moment, which just doesn't work at all. And I think what Dom said regarding the red in there is a bit odd, and it's also a bit sort of like Bayern-esque, isn't it? So, just the worst out of the bunch you gave us, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Andy's been on. I don't think he's very happy. 10th. I love this shirt. Lol. All right. Do you or don't you? Why are you laughing? The Adidas styling done better than the MLS did with the sleeves, and I really like this sponsor. Actually, bought it today with Bellingham name set.
Nice. Did you see Besiktas had done it as well? But
no.
But had done it with Adidas, so something really similar.
I've not seen that. No.
Yeah, tell Andy to have a look at that one.
Yeah, Andy, you tell him you're on. You tell him. And then he's saying, hope Jude stays in Dortmund. If he comes back, the British media will dig and halt his development. No need to leave Dortmund. Captains, Champions League, international, perfect place. Yeah,
I think the writing's on the wall. I reckon in the same way that I remember the shop I was in, seeing Torres have that "You'll Never Walk Alone" tattoo and thinking, "Oh shit, he's going to them." For the life of me, I can't see him going anywhere else but fucking Liverpool, which is gonna kill me because I'd love him at United.
Yeah. Well, do you not see his Instagram story today? He's got a tattoo saying Glazers out on his arm, so I think he's coming to United. Andy, we'll finish off with you on this shirt, mate. You quite like this one. You had it 4th place.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of like it because it's. I remember when we played Dortmund in the late 90s, maybe before your times. We played in, is it 96, 97? And I remember the wall at Dortmund, it was amazing. And the retro kit. And when they come to Old Trafford, the place, we battered them. We absolutely battered them. And they scored after 6 minutes and we just could not break them down. But so it's sort of like, I like the Borussia Dortmund vibe from back then. And it's like, all the kits I like. I like to say the bright yellow, but they're a European superpower. They've got a couple of stars. They've won European trophies. And the last couple of years, like I say, I've seen Sancho wearing it, buzzing, looking absolutely fantastic. But he's lost the power.
Is that what it was?
When you put on the yellow shirt, isn't it?
That's what.
Put on the yellow shirt, you lose it.
Yeah, next season.
Unless you're Haaland. I know. Yeah. If he wears that underneath his United shirt, have a good look, Cham. Give some confidence to yourself. So it would be all right. But I like this kit. I really do. I mean, it is a bit weird. Evo stick. There's an Evo stick factory about 5 minutes up the road from me in Manchester. Yeah, there's an Evo stick factory right there. It's about 5 minutes up the road on the right. And like you said, they do night shift and you see all the lorries driving in and out. It's mad.
Well, there we go. What a way to finish talking about the Borussia Dortmund shirt than Evo stick. Well, that's come last. Jude Bellingham. We'll do a quick picture of him wearing it, of course. Obviously, he scored his goal against City in this shirt. I mean, he's going to be a brilliant player, and hopefully he does get that move to Premier League. Maybe if he matures a little bit. I'd love to see him at United, but I think it is going to be City or Liverpool in it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think City have already spoke to him, haven't they?
Yeah. Let's just hope Real Madrid come in and just nick him, because I'd hate to see him play for either of them teams. But there we go. Number 10 on our list, only 13 points, and it's Jude Bellingham and his Borussia Dortmund Cup shirt. Right, let's move on then. And we're actually going to stay in Germany for another Brit abroad. You say a Brit, it's a loose term with this guy, because I think he's from a little bit of everywhere, isn't he? And it's this one. It's the Bayern Munich 2000-2001 home shirt, obviously worn by Owen Hargreaves. Did play for Manchester United. 16 points for this one. Me, I had it 7th. I really do like. I'm gutted that Bayern don't have blue on the shirts anymore, because I think it really works well. And I think I scored this a little bit higher just because it reminds me of when we actually used to play them, and we used to actually be really good in the Champions League. I remember those games in the late 90s, early 90s against them. I'm pretty sure they wore this against us as well, I think. But yeah, I quite like this shirt. Like I say, I like Bayern in blue. It's a shame the fans don't. I never voted against it. Opel, obviously, classic sponsor. Let's go into the rankers and see where they have scored it. Jay from Retro Football Kits has scored it 8th on his list. We'll start with you, Andy, because you had it 6th on your list. Again, is it one that brought back memories similar to me, or is it just a nice football shirt?
I just like it in general. It did bring back memories as well. But it's my first experience of a Dortmund kit was when it was the 3 stripes on the side, and the Adidas, it said Adidas equipment in the middle, and it had the Opel. Opel's been sponsoring Bayern Munich since, as far as I know, 1992, 93. When Norwich City beat them. But that sort of kit, I remember it. And as over the years progressed, you see all the Dortmund kits. But yeah, this brings back memories when we slugged it out with Bayern a couple of times. And the infamous guy who walked onto the pitch and posed with the United squad. in 2001. So yeah,
Carl Power from
what a
Jaws.
guy.
Yeah, I know,
yeah. From just up the road from me. Yeah, so yeah. But I like it. It's a nice kit, and it's like it's capturing that 90s. It's like late 90s, early 90s, and it's all blended into one.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Some good points. Josh, let's come to you because you're not so much a fan. I know Andy had it at 6. You had it in 9th place. Are you not a fan of the buy-in with blue?
Might not be a fan of his shirt, but can I just say something? Hasn't Owen Hargreaves got the most soothing voice?
Yeah, I guess.
Fine. I don't know what accent he's got either.
No, it's like a weird.
I think his parents were from America.
Is that because it's sort of like it's?
I think he's born in America.
Canada,
Canadian.
What it is. You could have a really stressful day and just watch a highlight reel of Owen Hargreaves, and you'd feel all right, wouldn't you? He's gone. You know what I mean? You could do that. You could just do that. But no, I digress. Owen Hargreaves has got hold of me. It's all right, isn't it? I know they've banned blue, haven't they? Now I think they're not allowed to wear it, which is a bit drastic. But I guess it's got its reasons. I don't think it's a bad shirt at all. I don't know why where did I rate it? Sorry,
you had it 9th, mate.
No, that's ridiculous. That must have been
9.
9.
Your German is ja.
Yeah, das ist nicht gut. I just can't believe I put it 9th. It is all right, to be fair. I mean, I must admit, I've had a bit of a catastrophe there, Aaron. But no, I like it. I don't know why I put it 9th.
I don't.
I don't, to be honest with you. I think it's got some very good features. I think Opel itself as a sponsor is aesthetically very lovely to look at. And I think their badge is just class as well. And in fact, their ground, the Allianz Arena, I'm sure that they've actually sort of mirrored their badge on the panels on the outside, haven't they? So all the diamonds on the outside of the stadium is down to those.
Changes colour as well, doesn't it? It changes colour.
Yeah, it does to the national.
The ground share, don't they?
They do, yeah, with 1816 Munich, don't they?
Yeah.
And the national team.
Lovely.
And it changes colours for every home game.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that's a right cool little feature.
Nice. It's nice. I almost thought for a second, Josh, you were going to start singing the chant that he had at Manchester United, the way you were going on about it at the beginning. Do you know it?
I have no idea what it is, mate, but enlighten me. Go, give me your Barry White now.
Yeah, I will. I'll try. I'll sing. I'll talk it. So it's Owen Hargreaves.
Yeah.
You're the love of my life. Owen Hargreaves. I'd let you shag my wife. Owen Hargreaves. I want curly hair too. So feel free to get into that anytime you like, Josh. We'll
I don't remember that song because I don't remember singing that song because he was so much injured.
Oh yeah,
there was that.
He had a couple of goals. I remember he scored a free kick against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But when you go to Man City, no.
Nah. No. Just before we get over to Dom, Johnny's been on. I worked with Carl Power's daughter in an American-style diner. True story. Anyway, I really like this.
It's the craziest fact of all time.
I worked with Carl Power's daughter.
Did he turn up one time with the uniform on? Yeah, pretending he worked there.
Good there behind the counter. You could say
on at Wimbledon, didn't he, as well, if I remember right? And the
cricket as well, yeah. He was well on it, wasn't he? You could say
some balls that, tell you.
Yeah, you could say he didn't give the daughter's name, but it sounds like at that place they worked, she was definitely dining out on that story, wasn't she?
Oh God, get out.
I'm not even going to apologise. I'm not even going to apologise. as always.
Right.
Right. And also, Viking Football YouTube, thank you for locking in. For a minute, I thought you was wearing dungarees. No, I'm not wearing dungarees.
You look like Super Mario.
Oh,
Really?
Right.
It's me, Mario.
Mario. No, it's Barcelona because I've got fucking Real Madrid behind me. Why do I be wearing dungarees? I think I'm a farmer.
I can't not.
Right.
I cannot unsee that now.
I'm
Just put a
change.
little hat on you. You got Cooper Trooper behind you.
Right. Quickly, let's move on. I shouldn't have had that one, did I?
Game over, man.
Oh, I can't laugh anymore, make me cough.
Oh, right. Shut it.
Right, football. Back to
football.
Football shirts.
Whoa.
I mean it.
Whoa.
Who did we speak to? Josh, didn't we? Josh, did we start with you, did we?
Doesn't even matter.
No, it doesn't. Oh, Dom, let's finish with you. You had it 9th as well, mate. Are you regretting that choice or not? Like I'm regretting wearing this shirt.
No, you say what was this? The home shirt for 99 to 2001. You say
was it 2001?
Was it 99 to 2001?
It might have been.
Yeah,
is that what your research is saying?
I think so.
I think I've just done for that season.
I'll associate 99 and Munich with 1-1 shirt only. So yeah, and the fit on this particular era of Adidas shirts was fucking dreadful. As you can see there, looks like one of them monkeys that jumps down and has wings. They're awful. They're not nice to wear. They're like corduroy fabric. And yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of it. But yeah,
it's absolutely terrible, that isn't it? Really, I mean, I'm guessing that's his size as well, but it's awful.
Yeah, against Fortune as well there, in that smart wool type
that was horrible.
Vodafone number we had as well at the time.
That was horrible. Yeah, I knew it's United. I knew United picture. So you still not changed your mind? You're still not much of a fan? It still deserves to be 9th, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Well, there we go then. 16 points then. Owen Hargreaves, Bayern Munich, 99, 2001. Home shirt. Let's move on then to number 8 on our list, and it had 24 points. So moving up a little bit. Oldest shirt in the list, Ballon d'Or winner twice, I believe. It's Hamburg from 80 to 81. So before I was born, this one. Look at that. Hamburg, yeah. Kevin Keegan spent some time over in Germany. Like I say, won the Ballon d'Or twice whilst there. I mean, it's very, very 80s, isn't it? This shirt there, that big BP sponsor. I had it 5th overall. I love a sponsor like that now. I don't think BP would ever sponsor anyone, would they? But yeah, I'd love a shirt with a BP sponsor like that now for me. Jay had it 7th on his list. Let's start with, who should we start with? Let's start with Josh. You had it 5th as well, mate. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this sort of Hamburg number?
Yeah, in fact, I think it's a BP logo that marks it down, really. I think it just looks a bit off from everything else. So I didn't realise that is the actual BP. He always goes. I don't know where he goes. Where does he go? Yeah, no, I don't think that actual logo itself. I didn't realise it was BP.
I'm just blowing my nose. Don't worry, mate.
I thought you nipped off to Rainbow Road.
Stop that, man. I can't be
taking the piss, man.
On a what zone?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realise it was BP petrol. I really didn't. It must have been, because I forget what they even look like now, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. But no, it's very, very, very retro, isn't it? I mean, you've got the Harry Hill-esque collar, and the cuffs there. It's very much in now, isn't it? But yeah, I don't dislike it. I don't particularly like it. It's very forgettable, I would say.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah, no worries at all. What?
I didn't know you were a transformer.
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, lads. Okay, Joshua, that's absolutely fine. Tom, let's come to you on it. And you had it fifth as well. We all had it fifth. Yeah. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on this classic sort of looking?
Exactly. I think that's just of its era entirely, isn't it? I think the combination, I mean, with them short shorts as well, absolute dynamite. It'd be a real head turner if you did wear it now at this point. And to be honest, I reckon it'd look decent with a nice pair of jeans, some quality trainers, and that'd be a proper head turner on a night out. But yeah, big sponsor. And I think didn't they win the Champions League European Cup the year after as well?
No, lost to Villa.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
When did Hamburg win it?
They won the Bundesliga the
year
before.
Right, okay. But yeah, either way, quality shirt, I think, for what was available at the time then. And I've always liked the Hamburg badge as well.
Yeah, that is cool. It's on my necks as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right then. We'll finish off with you, Andy, because unlike us, not so keen. Or Keegan. You were not so keen.
Very good. Very good.
Well, I didn't get into football till about 83, so I didn't know what football was. So it's a little, when you're 6 years old, you don't know, do you? So I was like 7 or 8, 83. So I was a bit before my time. I started getting into football kits from then on in United and the Adidas. But it's a bit before my time. So, I mean, the kit, I remember the kit. I don't know if you'll have to Google it. I had an Ipswich Town kit, Adidas, and they just, I think my mum got it me a few years after. They just won the UEFA Cup with Bobby Robson in 1981. And it was that sort of shirt, had the stripes going across like the France shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Because France won the Euros in 84. Remember that. And it's sort of Adidas, the retro Adidas thing there, proper Adidas badge, Ipswich badge. And it was, it had this sponsor on it, which I don't know what it was at the time. But it was going across, but I remember it. So this is a bit before my time, but 80s Adidas kits, that's the bugger.
Pioneer it was, yeah.
Yeah, I had that Pioneer. I had that when I was a kid, 7, 8 years old.
Mate, amazing, nice. Amazing.
I wish I'd have kept it, but
you'd be coining it.
Worth a few quid now, yeah.
Just a bit. Yeah, so there we go then. Kevin Keegan in his pomp in Germany during the 80s. Hamburg, 80-81 shirt, 24 points overall on our list. Right, let's go to number 7. Sorry, I'm going to have to do this while I'm on stream. I apologise. 25 points then for the next one. Probably the most famous export we've ever had overseas. Causes hysteria wherever he goes. It's the LA Galaxy and it's David Beckham. Only coming 7th on our list. Number 7, it's his number, I guess. Obviously not for Galaxy, it's 23. I had this last. I don't like these Galaxy shirts at all. Never liked them.
You're right, mate. You're right.
The Nike ones are outstanding. And it seems like, I'm sure this was the first home shirt they had that was white. Before that, it was the black and green. Looked really good.
Yeah, that was kind of like their sort of original state, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shout out to Tom El Clasico. He'll know all about this with his beautiful MLS kits. Look out for his Desert Island kits as well. He's done one and it is superb. Anyway, yeah, I don't like these Galaxy kits. Never really like the club from that. It's the Team Geist. No, thank you. That's why it's bottom of my list. Who else? Jay had it 9, so he kind of agrees with me. Good lad. I'm going to start with you, Dom, since you're laughing. So I'll pick on you like a teacher. First off, you had it 7th on your list. What are you laughing at? Oh, you cheeky. No.
Yeah,
that's not me either. That's Andy from Jackson's Jerseys who's done that.
I see. Is this what's happening now? We're all ganging up. You pick on a sick person. Okay. All right,
You know what I mean? You turn up, you're very unwell. You're here, popping the show up, and you're getting absolutely abused. I'm on your side, mate.
Well, you say that, you were pissing yourself 5 minutes ago. Anyway, Dom,
I don't mind it. I think it's all right. I think obviously some of those like team geist elements as well that we're knocking about still. I think as an entire kit, I think because the pattern's similar down onto the shorts, I think it bonds well, particularly in that picture there.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie, sorry.
Yeah, and I think I think the whole thing as an ensemble works a little better. So that always gets a little bit of a plus point if it is that a shirt works well with shorts and socks for me. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad effort. Obviously, that with the Adidas taping down the sleeves in long sleeve takes it up a notch as well. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad kit at all. Never really had too much of an issue with a centralized manufacturer and a badge over to one side either. I think for some reason it's never really put me off that kind of juxtaposition. But yeah, I think there's loads that are better, but loads that are worse as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Just me, it looked like Beckham's just stubbed his toe on the corner of the bed or something in the middle of the night, going for a piss. His face. He's like, Victoria, I've stabbed me fucking toast, Vicky. Something like that. I don't know. Josh,
plus as well, Aaron.
What?
As well, obviously. In homage.
Oh, you've got the Miami shirt on. Fair play, mate. Into Miami. Decent. They've got some nice shirts. Josh, let's come to you. Because you had it third on your list, my friend. Tell us why.
No, I think I need to just basically swap over the buy-in and this one because I've obviously had a nightmare. That's what's happened. It's for me not a Galaxy shirt. I mean, for me, Galaxy is what you said. It's either that original black and sort of green one, red, or it has to have a sash on it. I think I recently put out something about, what is the most recognized MLS team? Like if you were to sort of explain it to someone, who would come up and everyone said LA Galaxy. And I'm guessing Becks is a lot of the reason why, Landon Donovan being another one as well. But maybe it's just my naivety and the fact that I'm not completely up to with my MLS, but I see that and I just don't. Well, I do, because their badge is particularly sort of iconic in itself. But I just don't like that design myself either. It's a bit wish-washy. I kind of like, but also, I appreciate how it blends into the shorts. I think that it's kind of cool. But for me, it's made famous because of Becks. Wasn't that his debut season?
Yeah.
And I mean, that'll probably be made famous for that. But for me, the shirt itself is a little bit wish-washy. And there have been much better Galaxy shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not even the best team in LA anymore. Shout out to LA for winning the MLS Cup. The team I look out for, actually, before Gareth Bale went. I'm not jumping on the Gareth Bale hype. I don't think I am. But yeah, we'll finish off with you then, Andy, because this was your number one, mate. You're a big fan of... Was it the Beckham factor that made you put it so high up?
That's because... did he leave on a free transfer? I think he did, didn't he?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, he won the Liga. He won the Liga. I do remember because I had that Real Madrid shirt at the time, and he was just leaving. And I was in full-time employment, and I thought I seen this in JD, and I thought I'm having it, and I've still got it to this day.
I'm gonna start calling you classic football shirts, to be honest with you.
No, it's thing is though, I washed this, and the Beckham peeled away a bit. Really gutted on it.
Did you machine wash it?
Yeah, machine washed it.
That's your first mistake. Every kit lover knows.
But I've still got it. I've still got it somewhere. I was trying to dig it out this afternoon. I couldn't find it, but I have got this kit, and it goes well with jeans and that, like 3/4 jeans. You could wear this on holidays, to wear this going down Malibu on the East Coast to be fucking Be mint. I love to go to America and wear this. Be fucking mint. Look in the park with 3/4 and some Lacoste trainers. Oh, yeah. Look in the park with your missus on your arm, yeah. Checking out Baywatch.
Oh, well, what a way to finish. David Beckham, LA Galaxy, his first season, 2007. The home shirt, they changed the colours, I guess, for Beckham. I'm going to say.
I do love the away one. Oh, I do the black one because they switched the black to the away.
So I think the colours were green and blue. No, green and black, I believe.
I've seen some LA Galaxy black ones over the years. They look nice. I mean, they had this in black as well. I remember that.
Yeah, they've had a last couple of seasons.
That's green
and black one was really, really nice.
Really good. Yeah.
So they're trying to get back to that a little bit in terms of a away shirt, but this is now obviously the home colours. It's come 7th on our list, which is ironic being it's David Beckham. 25 points overall. Let's go on to number 6 then. 28 points. And we're off to France to see what is Glenn Hoddle at Monaco. For me, wow. Third, the Nike, the big sponsor, the badge. It's it's beautiful, isn't it? It's classic 80s, 90s football attire. Typical Monaco. I absolutely love it. Jay from Retro Football Kits has put it 6 on his list. Who would like to go? Who should we go to? Let's go. We'll come to you, Andy. You had it 7th on your list. Tell us why, mate.
Well, I was more. It was like Glenn. I like Glenn Hoddle when he was at Spurs. I was more into the English kits. Always loved the English kits growing up. And when he sort of went to Monaco, and it's kind of disappointed. He left English football because, even though Brian Robson's your favourite, you still look at him in an England shirt in '86 and all that. And I didn't really pay attention to it where they go. I remember Graham Souness was playing in the Sampdoria kit, and that caught my eye. But I never sought to see the Monaco kit, and it never interested me. It didn't. So I was more into English kits, but one or two, let's say, kits brought to my eye. I had a Barcelona kit from the 80s as a kid as well, little small one. Grew out with that quick, but yeah, I would say, and the Sampdoria catches your eye, but this never caught my eye, and I got no feel for it.
Fair one, mate. Someone who probably agrees is Josh. You had it 7th as well on your list, mate. Not really for you.
I love the Monaco kits. I think that they've got that unfortunate thing where they can only have it look like that, though. That's the problem. Yeah. Very much like Boca in it and River Plate. They are very much a design, and you can't really do much with it. With this one, it almost looks like it's been blown all to one side, which is an effect of the red on there and the divide, which is just a product of it. I mean, that Alain Afellou or whatever you call it. It's a terrible thing to have to happen, because that's never going to work, is it? Unless it's a different color because of the white. It wouldn't look great if it was a different color. It kind of works for what it is. It's just that, but just put me off it. It's atrocious.
Mark Aitley as well. I remember him. Yeah, Mark Aitley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember him.
Yeah, I think who's the dude with the long hair on the right? Is that who it is?
One of the Laudrup brothers.
Yeah, it looks like it.
One of the Laudrup brothers played, because I know one of them played for Rangers.
Mark Haley, yeah.
Bottom right looks familiar, but no, I think there are much better Monaco shirts. This one I do like the the classic Nike sponsor, the Nike logo on it, but that sponsor's murdered it, mate. Yeah.
I think I know who it is, that bottom right that you're thinking of, Josh.
Yeah.
It's bloody Alice Cooper.
It does look like Alex Cooper who's joined the cartel.
Don't tell me that's not Alice Cooper. Come on.
It does look like Alice Cooper, to be fair. That is spot on.
There we
Ridiculous. He's just
The
joined a
goalkeeper-
Monaco.
I think the
He's just joined a
goalkeeper-
Monaco lineup, like your mate that's joined the Man United lineup. He's decided to do the same.
Carl Powell, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like the actor from Narcos as well.
I tell you, this is Cartel FC, mate.
I'm telling you, mate.
Well, Monaco is money laundering capital of the world, isn't it?
There you go.
Gambling.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's not the faults of talking kit. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want
I
anyone.
say that. I've seen James Bond in Monaco with the
To be fair, when you had Rojo, Di Maria, and I think you had, is it Romero in goal?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they were your cartel, and I remember them on the lineup.
Falcao as well. We had at the same time.
Oh, really?
I remember when we got Patrice Evra, they had the Kappa kits.
Oh yeah.
Monaco, they were nice, very nice.
Very
They
nice.
made the Champions League, didn't they? 2004, yeah, made the final. And they
Back when
beat
now.
us, Monaco. They beat us in '98, and they were Adidas back then.
Thierry
Trezeguet.
Henry, Anelka. Trezeguet and Henry won it. Amazing.
Oh, hang on. Is that
All sport,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so Jackson's just come in saying it's got the Nike logo and it's got All Sport as well, which is
Wow.
ridiculous.
I remember that logo. Remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Viking. I don't know what he's talking about here. I don't. If you guys can help me, this is the first time I've made a host change his clothes because of a comment I made. I don't know what he's talking about. I've had this shirt on since the beginning of the show, mate. I don't know what. We'll finish off with you, Dom. Like me, you had it third on your list. It's just pure 80s beautifulness, isn't it?
It's just class. I think obviously, as Josh has said, there's only so much you can do when you're doing that kind of diagonal half and half. The fact that they've gone with a sponsor that's that big, it's got no choice but to kind of feed into the armpit a little bit. But given I believe the sponsor, Alan Aflalu, is an optician's. So they really should have known that it looked pretty bad at the time. But obviously, anything
was that the theme? Was that the hint when they put the sponsor on? You need glasses. Come to this. Come to this sponsor.
They're just way ahead of the time. Exactly. People in Monaco were going, I love this, but I think my eyes are fucked.
You should have gone for Alan Aflalu. Yeah.
But yeah, the collar's class. And obviously anything Nike Futura logo is always going to be taken up a notch as well. So yeah, I really like it.
Absolutely. So there we go. Monaco 88-90 home shirt. Glenn Hoddle famously wore 28 points on our list, so it came 6. We're moving on to number 5 on our list. Far too high for me, I've got to say. 29 points overall. We've already seen it in the show. If you don't know why we've already seen the show, it's because it's right there, right behind me. And it's the Real Madrid 98 to 2000 home shirt. He obviously only wore it 99 to 2000 his first season at the club. I've got it here, the actual shirt from Retro Football Kits. Big shout out to them. That's why I wear Barca, because I don't like Real Madrid, do I? So, yeah, I had it 9th on my list. Simply the look of it, it just looks too silky. I don't like it. It's not as bad, but it is very still silky here. And
it's royal, isn't it? It's royal.
Don't
really
you want to be slick and sexy on a football pitch? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with
that? Let your feet be sexy. You don't have to look weird with some
and when
weird.
you score a goal, just flick your hair because you're worth it.
Absolutely. Dabbies, you know that.
Well, Steve McManaman, isn't it?
Steve McManaman, didn't he score like a weird scissor kick in this shirt, I think, during his time there. I had it 9th just for that reason. I don't like it. That's all I'm going to say. Jay had it 4th. I don't know what's wrong with him. We'll start with Who can we start? Who would like to? Would anyone like to go first and talk about it? I'll put it to
I'll
the
go
panel. Go on,
I'll go
Andy.
first.
Because you had it third.
I had this kit.
No way, did you? You've had every.
I had this kit. This was I think Adidas's first time with Real Madrid.
Nice.
98, 99. I think I was it 2000, something like that. Because all the years before they were it's like a paw on the shirt. Kelmer. Because they sponsor Watford. So all them years, let's say I've noticed that kit, and there might have been Hummer or something before that, but this was the first season Real Madrid with Adidas, and I got this shirt, and I was really happy and pleased with it. All right, Steve McManaman, Scousers and all that. But I liked it. And Nicholas Anelka wore it as well. And actually, I've got a picture of me wearing this, holding the FA Cup in the year 2000.
Nice.
So after United pulled out the FA Cup, there was an FA Cup I think it was the travel agent sponsored, because I think they sponsored the FA Cup. I don't know why it was in there. So I got my picture taken with the FA Cup wearing a Real Madrid shirt. So brings back some very, very happy memories. I'll have to dig it out and show it to the panel.
Yeah, please do. I want to see you holding the FA Cup in a Real Madrid shirt. It's a weird mix of things. Was you in the travel agents as well?
Yeah, I was in the travel agents, but you go through the Arndale. You're just walking through the Arndale like a few years after the bomb went off and all that, and everybody's getting back open and that, and you just see the FA Cup. You're like, wow, I'm having that picture with that. I don't care.
I'm hoping it's FA Cup in one hand, brochure for Tenerife in the other hand. That's what I'm hoping.
I've still got a Spanish shirt. I'm going double A seen it. Let me just dig it up a minute. Gran Canaria. Where is it? Here we go. You see it?
Oh yeah.
Las Palmas.
Oh yeah, they love it. Bit of Las Palmas, yeah.
From 2000. I went to Las Palmas in 2000 with my mum and my brother, and it was all right. He's and his girlfriend at the time, and it's at the time Real Madrid just won the European Cup as well. The island went absolutely mad, and a few days before or after, the local team, Las Palmas, they got promoted to La Liga, and the island went absolutely crazy. People riding around on scooters, bibbing, driving, bibbing, go early hours of the morning, because the main city's on the other side of the island. It was about 25 miles away. But it just got promoted to La Liga, and it's absolutely mad. Free beer, free Stella all night, free beer, because the bars, everyone's giving out free beer. I mean, you can't grumble if you're there in a moment in the middle of a big street party, can you?
No, is that why you bought a shirt so you could fit in?
Yeah, blend in like a ninja. But yeah, it brings back happy memories. Yeah. Because I took this to Tenerife at the time as well.
Do you know what? It's like the way it's styled at the moment is it's like I've picked these shirts from your stories. That's generally not the case. I don't know anything. You seem to have a story about every shirt. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Blanche shirt as well. But we'll say we're getting onto that later.
Josh, let's come to you on this one. You had it fourth on your list. Macca fan? Or
yes.
Just a fan of
sorry, I'm just looking on Google Maps where Las Palmas is.
Okay.
How far away is that? Or am I looking at the wrong place?
Canary Islands.
Lemonade. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, I was just interested as to where it was. It's good. I always thought that was Ayaka, not Tekka. There you go. It's just the shininess of it. What's that? Yeah, I just think it's a bit shine on a football shirt. No, they're not for me, that one. It does kind of look good there a little bit. Super baggy, innit? I mean, I put something on about people wearing baggy shirts.
The sponsor looks bigger than it does on that. I don't remember the sponsor being that big.
No,
they have them bigger on player shirts.
Bigger on the shirt, on the match shirts, aren't they? It looks massive, that.
Yeah, it does look pretty big, to be fair.
I'm not a fan of the shorts.
No,
Steve McManaman looks like a full kit wanker in that. You know what I
mean? He's got a bit of a boxer short about, like, boxing shorts. You know, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know if it's the cut and the baggy, but it's making him look like he's been skipping leg day. That's all I'm going to say about that.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, he needs to get on that. Yeah, no, it's just not me. No, yeah, I said I didn't realise it was Adidas's first go. It's a cool fact, that Andy. I must admit, the ones before it, Kelme with the paw print everywhere was quite nice.
I always thought it was a grizzly bear. I don't know why it's a grizzly bear.
It could well be, to be fair. I don't even know what it's meant to be, but
I mean, are they European? Are they American?
Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yeah, so they are. So technically, I mean, they are their home brand, really. But yeah, no, I don't like this one, mate. It's just not for me.
Yeah, no. Even though you put it fourth.
Yeah, but look past that. Okay. Look past that.
Okay, that's fair. That's absolutely fine. Dom, finish off with you. You had it 6 on your list, mate.
Yeah, a couple of nice elements to it. Obviously, I like the navy with the kind of goldish trim that goes down the Adidas sleeves. I think the little emblem on the inside of the collar is something we've seen from like the likes of Kappa with like Betis and City and Osasuna. Just adds a nice little addition. And I think the shininess, for me, at the time, it always just looked like it was, as Josh had said, like it was a bit more regal or a bit more expensive, or, you know, like that kind of champagne shimmer for all the Galacticos, like that Ferrovinova ball, for example. I think it was supposed to just indicate some kind of higher echelons that these players were at, or that club was at
royalty.
So I think I've given it some props as to if that's what it was going for. It definitely pulled it off.
You could definitely go to a wedding wearing that and get away with it.
You'd upstage the bride.
Night out, and it's strictly tie. No, you get in with that back in the day. Definitely. Jeans.
Well, there we go then. 5th on our list, 29 points overall. And I have to say, being a Barca, or Barca being my second team, I'm real happy to get it higher up on the list, guys. I have to say.
Well done, you.
We'll move on swiftly before Josh gets any more annoyed.
I've just lost all credibility, mate.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not the first time on this show. We'll go to number 4 on the list. 30 points overall. More recent shirt. Second Brit still playing. And it's this. It's the Roma third shirt from 1920, season 2019-2020. Seems like it's a bit of a modern classic in terms of how much it costs to actually try and find one these days for sale. 6 on my list. I really do love it. The Lapetto in anytime Roma have a Lapetto anywhere on the shirt, it's a win for me. Don't have it, would like it. So if anyone wants to sell me one at a decent price, come and see me. Jay had it 5th on his list. We're going to start with Andy, just because he doesn't agree with the rest of us and the fact that got it dead last. Ooh. Why is this, Andy?
I kind of associate Roma with Kappa. Them skin tight shirts, you know, muscular. Like I say, we smashed them at Old Trafford, 7-1. For me, this is not Roma. This is like, it's more like, this is commercialism. Well, see, it's just commercialism with the Nike logo. It reminds me like of an Arsenal kit from the 90s, mid-90s with JVC with the collar and the Nike logo, which was all right back in the day. I may sound controversial, but this kit doesn't do anything for me. And I say I associate Roma with Kappa, and it's them skin tight like even when the Italian shirts from 2006. So Kappa all the way. So yeah, I don't like this at all.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Well, Dom, we'll come to you. Second view in your list, mate.
Yeah,
I get what Andy's saying. You know, preference and stuff like that. I know it's a retake on a classic of Roma's. For you, yeah, does it go down as sort of that sort of modern classic shirt?
Yeah, absolutely. I think because it was such a good nod to what was it, the 91 Adidas shirt. I think it's been done wrong so many times when it's one brand trying to impersonate another. That's why I'd put the Puma Adidas one as last for me for Dortmund. But this, I think they've just done it really, really well. I think the addition of the lapel and the Roma badge that's kind of sublimated or in the jacquard of the shirt works really well as well. So I think it ties in really nicely into those marketing elements. So I think Nike were capitalizing on the fact that people were wanting a bit more of a retro nod as well. So I think as Andy had said, they kind of jumped on it at maybe the right point. And I think this will be a staple in many a collector's wardrobe from
I can
from
see where
now.
you're getting on it. That way Kappa, and let's say that little wing. I think they left Kappa in that 2015, didn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, they did. They went to they went to an in-house brand afterwards, stayed for a year, and then they went to Nike. So yeah, Kappa was kind of a main one before
I can appreciate the retroness of it. I can appreciate that, like Dom says, and Nike jumping on the bandwagon. But yeah.
I think, you know, the third shirt for that season is a couple. There's the Inter one that was obviously very well thought of, and the Barcelona one, the one I've got, and my daughter's actually got as well. Nice. Was nice. Josh, we'll finish off with you again. You had it second, similar to Dom. I mean, this was always going to score high for you being a Roma fan.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a Roma sort of lover for sure. I've been one of my favorite Italian teams, and what Andy was saying, I associated with Kappa. They seem to just sort of like be a happy marriage, don't they? And you're right, just the skin tight shirts, Totti and De Rossi, and just it looked good. And this one itself was great as well, because I think this was Nike's part in season with Roma, and you'd have thought that they probably just sort of like, all right, we're going. Let's just throw something out. But they had a really strong year this year. I remember it. And again, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this was their last season with them before going to New Balance. And yeah, you're right. The Lipetto going all over. The only down thing signed to it really, the Blaze, the collar. I think the yellow collar is probably a bit too thick, perhaps. But everything else, I like the touches of Roma home in there.
Sorry.
Bless you, and the amber. Yeah, it's good. I like it, and I think it's worthy of being quite high because it's cult status, isn't it? This one, it's a modern day classic, as they call it.
It is absolutely. I didn't catch the mute button in time, and I apologise for sneezing.
I thought you sneezed, and you knocked the mic, and knocked yourself off.
I pressed the wrong bastard button, didn't I? I agree with you there, Josh. I think this was the season. It was the David Bowie away shirt, wasn't it? Pretty much the sort of
the lightning bolt
and the white shirt, and they had the lightning strike in the home shirt as well. It was three very, very strong kits. Like I say, the last season Roma had with Nike. Like I say, it goes down. Obviously, them third shirts, the price of them to buy now, especially the Inter. The Inter's like gold dust. Can't find that for love of the money, really. And this one again is the same, but. There we go, Chris Smalling as well. We can talk about him. He's obviously found some form over there. Talks of him. He should be in the England squad. Probably not going to happen, but he really seems to be playing well out there in Serie A.
Also learned Italian. He speaks in Italian in most of his press conferences, which is a very, very, very good thing. A lot of fans have taken to him because of that. Yeah,
I saw it. I saw that. I even like the fact that he corrected himself when he said something wrong. He didn't just bundle through it. He went, "Oh no, no." And he thought about it. It's really, really, really impressive.
I'm glad he's settled and he's found a home and he's doing well, getting European football. He won a trophy last season as well. did something none of the United players could do. So, yeah. I'm glad he's settled. I'm one of his biggest fan at Old Trafford. I thought he did well, mixed it, but over there, he's knocking it out of the park, and they're in a good run. They're doing well in Serie A, and they're doing well. They made the Europa League knockout stage.
Yeah, doing really well. Jackson's been on. He's saying wishing the Qatar Airways was in yellow as well. I don't know. I like the fact it separates. It's a bit different. I think it might just. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
It has to be white, because anything else, like maybe silver, but you just blend into the kit. You wouldn't really see it, would you?
Yeah, maybe that's why he wants to do it. I don't know. Who knows? But there we go then. Fourth on our list. Chris Smalling and Roma from 2019-20, their third shirt, which is, like we've said, a modern classic. Right, let's go into third place, 32 points. And I'll be honest, all the rest of our shirts now are all Serie A, which is telling of where Brits like to go, I guess, in terms of Brits playing abroad. The next one, big one for United fans, and it's Inter, 96, 97. Obviously, Paul Ince, the governor, being sold there after Fergie tried to change his mind, but the story goes, he already agreed to go to Inter, so ended up leaving Old Trafford. Second on my list, I love Inter shirts, the sublimated pattern of the badge in it. Pirelli, that classic Pirelli. Oh, it's missed. The badge, the beautiful badge, and Umbro made it. Big fan of it. Jay from Retro agreed. He had it second on his list as well. Don, we'll kick off with you because it was 8th on your list, mate. Just not into this, then, I guess.
It's just pretty against a lot of other class Inter shirts. It's just a bit run of the mill, man. If you see what I mean, I just think they could have done a bit more with it. By not doing so much with it, because I think the scripture, I don't know what it is, that kind of biblical text within the stripes, as well as having the bigger badge, the Inter text at the bottom, which obviously we had on the Theatre of Dreams, we'd had on the 96 to 98 shirt. And I think the collar, there was loads of better collars around at that time, but I think obviously centralized manufacturer, centralized badge, and Pirelli as a sponsor has got to be like top 3 all-time ever sponsors. But I just think there's a few better Inter shirts for me, so just couldn't get on board with it. Plus, seeing Ince in it, if Andy was pissed off about Hargreaves going to City, Ince at Liverpool, associating anything with him at this point is hard to do. Oh God!
I know, mad, innit? I was at that game.
Yeah, so just not for me. There's loads more better Inter shirts. That's all.
No, that's absolutely fair. Josh, we'll come to you. You had it 6 on your list. Do you agree with the points Dom's raised, or do you still think it's a massively great kit?
Yeah, I don't think it's particularly. I mean, it's a lot going on. It's all centralized, isn't it? Makes everything go right down. I like you were saying, the scripture on there and the actual text and such. It can be a bit too much. I think AC Milan recently did a shirt where they had like the architecture in the black part of a stripe, and it looked really good, but it didn't look too busy, whereas this one, I mean, maybe the lighting, I'm not quite sure, but it does look, there's a lot of it, isn't there? I quite like Umbro having a bit of a time in Italy as well, because Umbro now just seem to be a bit like they're dying off a little bit, which is quite scary, really. And to have their logo on classic shirts and classic clubs like this was showing how powerful they were at the time. But no, Pirelli again, I miss it. I feel like it's deserved to be on the shirts forever and a day. That's a good feature. Could that go in yellow as well? Perhaps. But no, like Dom said, just a bit too busy and doesn't need to be.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. And last but not least, we'll come to Andy, you had it 5th on your list, mate.
Yeah, I had this kit as well. I was
waiting for that.
I had this kit. I went through an interphase. I was pretty disappointed at Pauline's leaving. I remember getting the 33rd, I think it's Umbro, 94, 95, with the collar and the Umbro Pirelli on either side. And I had Ints on the back, and I had that for a couple of years. But yeah, I had this kit. I was okay with it, but the Umbro was printed on with traditional, and I like the Euro 96 England shirt. It was sewn in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it's the same with the Pirelli. It was printed on, and it felt cheap. It really felt cheap, but it was okay. I wore it for a year or two, but the best one was, say, the following season, I had the Inter Milan grey one.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I think they won the Cup Winners' Cup with it in, was it? They won a European trophy, 96.
UEFA Cup, wasn't it? Yeah.
UEFA Cup, Ronaldo wearing it.
Yeah.
So I've got fond memories of the Inter kits, but I said that grey one's absolutely gorgeous. And Double A, you're gonna have to hook me up. I would, like you say, you know people, and I would like that copy. But I've got memories of this. It's like you wear it for a year or two, like, then you just like, I don't know, give it to a charity shop and all that. It doesn't fill me full of that memories, but you just go through the interface of the 90s, like the kits. Umbro at the height of the time, we're dishing out some cracking kits.
Yeah.
From them mid 95 going up to the 2000s. Some great kits knocking out on the European scene, and of course with United.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. A few comments to come through. Big up to Jake Arts on Shirts FC. Forza Inter. The text in the stripe says Internationale FC. The yellow third kit was decent that season as well. Yeah, I seem to remember that one.
Remember that one, yeah.
Some beautiful shirts as well. Hello to Julian Popper. It says Pirelli versus Opel, Maratti versus Berlusconi, Inter v Milan. Yeah, they've had some great versus them two teams in terms of kits and everything. And of course, the staple, the Messiah, Jackson Jersey, saying too many stripes. Ince's first season the year before had thicker stripes and was a great looking kit. This one feels too busy. Yeah, it seems to be the general thinking on that. I just like it. I think it looks beautiful.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that cut stripes like that was trendy at the time. I mean, you could wear a football shirt and look cool at the time with jeans and that. That's the 90s iconic shirt, and you could like, go out for a night out with the lads and wear that in the pub. No worries.
Well, there we go. Then Pauline Inter in 96-97, 32 points overall on our list. Right, okay, let's go to the final two, and it's getting to the business end. 34 points though for the next shirt. Staying in Italy, as we said, and it's this. I'm quite disappointed because I love this shirt. It was my number one, and it is this lad from Chatterton wearing it. It's Barry, and it's David Platt playing his trade over in Syria. 91-92. Like I say, first on my list, I just think it's absolutely stunning. Got a thing for Barry now. I recently start looking out for them a little bit. Got him on my FOT mob. I look out for the results and that team I'm watching.
They've got an amazing ground, haven't they?
Yeah, beautiful. It's a beautiful team.
I remember the old ground. That looked nice. Is it still? They've moved gone to a new ground now.
I don't think we have, Andy. I'm pretty sure.
I remember it. They say they used it for the World Cup as well, didn't they? I think.
Yeah.
90, yeah.
So yeah, I remember the stadium.
Yeah. Third on his list for Jay from Retro Football Kits. Let's go. Start with you, Josh. You had it 8th on your list overall.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised by that.
Just think it's a bit too many things. I mean, it's just personal preference. Double A. I mean, obviously you've got your reasons why you like it so much. Why are those?
Why do I like it?
Yeah.
I love.
You can't just say it and then just sort of ask your guests and just get away with it.
Thank you. I love where the the crest and the Adidas logo are placed. I think it's different. It stands out on the shoulder. The little Adidas stripes. I think the sponsor works well, being standout black.
I agree with that. I think it fits in nicely. And I must admit, I've never seen the Adidas 3 stripes in that style before, personally. Which I think you're right. It is a bit sort of new and a bit different, and it's an old shirt. So it goes to show, doesn't it? That like retro shirts had more ideas, I think, going on. And they are very much stuck now in the modern day with certain things that they feel they have to go back and reproduce now because they're almost out of ideas. They're not, but it feels that way. But yeah, this, I like it. I like the Bari badge. I think that's quite cute, mate. I like that. But my main take home is it's just a bit too busy, but that's my personal preference, man.
Of course, as always. Before we get into the next ranker, Julian's been back on. They play in the same stadium with Stadio San Nicola. It was open in the year I was born, 1990. So yeah, it was open for the World Cup.
Does look old.
What's that? 32 years old. Yeah, well, it probably still looks newer than Old Trafford, so that's all right, isn't it? Little Manchester United joke there for you, Josh. Being a Newcastle fan, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about.
Probably not.
No. Who should we go to next? Andy, we'll come to you next because you had it 8th as well, similar to Josh. Was it just because David Platt is a City fan? Or is he a City fan? Is he a United fan?
Yeah, he was from Chadderton, wasn't he? David Platt was from Chadderton. And he scored 2 goals for Arsenal when it 97-98, and we lost out on a double, didn't it? So I remember that. But for me, the kit, everything's up top. So and it's too bland down below. You know what I mean? Everything's in your face, or you look up. You're looking straight at it, and there's nothing there. I mean, it's nice and neat. I mean, the badge looks like the Kellogg's cornflake logo.
It does. It looks exactly like that.
I may be 48, mate. I'm nearly 48, and maybe my eyes are going, but it looks like the Kellogg's cornflake. It looks like it does. Look at it.
The 1,000,000% that is cornflakes right there.
A 90s version. That's copyright. That's copyright right there.
It is.
So I love to see if they went to court.
Yeah.
Well, they've still got it now. They've still got it now, so I don't think they have. They've got away with it.
Oh, but you see, there's the beak, there's the eye, and there's like a fucking rooster.
It is.
But,
so you didn't have this one, then, Andy? You didn't have this one?
No, I don't like it.
That's why it scored so low, because you didn't have it. That's why, isn't it, I guess?
Yeah, everything's at top when it's the entire kit. You're looking at everything.
Yeah. Also, the one thing I'm taking away from this show tonight is that Andy Tate don't like things that are top heavy. That's all I'm going to take away from this. Moving on then, quickly. Don, we finish off with you, mate, because you were like me. This is the best shirt out of the 10, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I like the fact that it's not got anything to accentuate the derby as well. I'd rather it was all up top, around the shoulders. I don't mind people looking at my chest. But yeah, I think obviously when it's out like that as well, Josh had said it looks a bit too busy. The sleeve element with the curvature kind of in contrast to the more linear aspects on the chest and the top of the shoulders. I think once the arms are down and it just looks like more of a red sleeve, it does look a lot better. I think the sponsor works really well as well, but it's not their best shirt. Their best shirt was the I think 94, 95 with the kind of Germany template that a few clubs had, and they'd had a better sponsor there. But this was the same template that France had used as well, and I love that shirt as well. So yeah, I think the Kellogg's cornflake badge, same as Andy. Seeing that for the first time, like when I was younger, was like, it surely is. But yeah, I think it's just brilliant. I think there's loads of elements to like about it that still allow for badge and the manufacturer and the sponsor to blend in well.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. David Platt at Bahrain, 91-92. Their home shirt coming second on our list, just missing. Well, I say just missing out. They've come second, 34 points. Number one, 9 points ahead. So universally, the favourite between the five of us rankers. And yeah, again, staying in Italy for a shirt and a legend. I think it's probably the player for a lot of people that has definitely made this number one shirt. So 43 points, one of the highest scores, I think, on this series so far. It's this. It's Lazio.
Oh.
It's Lazio. And it's obviously Gazza. It's Paul Gascoigne. Is Gazza the best ever British export? Could you say that? He is. Fourth on my list. May get some pelters. I love it. I do love it. There's three that I liked a lot. Not a lot more. I just liked more. But it's a beautiful shirt, isn't it? I mean, Lazio do nice shirts. That's pretty much that blue. That they're thinking of Puma. The Macron shirts were nice. They're that now with Mizuno, which just sets my world alight in the best way possible. I love Mizuno. But this Umbro, it's that typical early 90s Umbro, in it, and it's just beautiful. So yeah, fourth on my list. Jay, he had it number one, top of the pile, so he's got that right this week. Bob on. We'll start with you, Dom, because you had it similar to me, fourth on your list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just preferred the others. To be frank, mate, I think I think the lack of kind of styling for the jacquard or sublimated imagery throughout looks a bit like I don't know, like ice or broken glass or something. It's a nice pattern. It's a great shirt overall, but I think they'd had an away that I remember much preferring in the yellow with the navy blue collar and navy blue cuffs. But yeah, I think I just preferred the other shirts over this. Obviously, Umbro and 90s were and still are undefeated. So I'm not surprised it's number one.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like Jackson says, it screams Channel 4 Serie A football. What a player as well. Lucky to have seen him play. What would he have been worth today? Well, if he could stay fit, you never know, mate. He could have been worth quite a lot of money. We'll go on to Andy. Let's go with you, mate. You had it second on your list. Was it just Gazza's just a legend?
Yeah, I remember when he left. He crapped himself in the 91 Cup final, didn't he? And he was going to transfer at the time, and it was put on hold, and his world was in tatters. So I do remember him transferring that following season. I don't think he played for Tottenham that following season, but he got fit. Said his goodbyes, and I'm sure Lazio actually were they the kit manufacturer from that season onwards? It would be, because I think I've never seen any other kit. I'm sure Lazio would got Umbro as their kit manufacturer, and it's so iconic that shirt. I mean, I love the eagle, absolutely eagle, and the sky blue and a button collar. Because I had at the same time I had the Napoli away, and I think that might have been from the following season. It was had red going down the arms like that, or was it white? It was all red. And it was had black going down the arms or something. And plastic one. But yeah, I mean, I love that logo in that background. The badge. It sounds like a ship, doesn't it? The SS Lazio sailing out of Rome. But I've been to Rome. It's a beautiful city. Been to the Vatican and everything. So it just screams 90s nostalgia on Gazzetta Lazio. You know what I mean? Every Sunday watching it. When Sky Sports just started. Those were the days when football was free. You know what I mean? You could play football on a Sunday afternoon, go and watch it, come in, watch it with your dad. They were the days. Like, even my dad loved the Italian football in the 90s, man. It was brilliant. Happy days, man. Yeah, but I love that retro feel on the Umbro. And let's say I love the badge. And Gazza, I don't know how long Gazza stayed there. Was it 3 years or something? And he went to Rangers.
Yeah, I think it was around that time when it was at Rangers for Euro '96, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. But I love that shirt. And Lazio had was it a yellow one as well? I remember at the time. Yeah, there's Gazza. I do remember this. I think on his debut, he scored an equaliser against Rome in the 87th minute in the Rome derby. And he sort of cemented him, to come on into your first game. And I remember the goal was sort of like crossfield ball coming in, and he put his head on it and it went into the went across the left-hand corner. And you sort of remember that's his debut. I remember watching it. Well, not the match, but the highlights. But yeah, Gazza, like I say, iconic from the 90s, and he could have joined United all them years ago. Before he joined Tottenham, but we'll never know that timeline, will we? But yeah, screams nostalgia. Love that kit, and I love Italian football in the 90s.
Same, mate. Whenever I look at kits like this, I always get the smell of cabbage in my nose because it always reminds me of Sunday afternoon. Look, don't pull your face out. It always reminds me of Sunday afternoons and my granny, God bless her soul, cooking Sunday dinners. So I always get that smell of cabbage.
Yeah, those were the days, man.
100%.
Sunday roast, football. I mean, you can still get that now, but it costs you an arm and a leg, doesn't it? But yeah, those were the days, man.
Also, you need to be careful, Andy. Someone's going to clip you saying you love sky blue shirts, mate. You need to be careful.
Yeah.
Fucking don't care.
I don't care.
I don't fucking care. Quote that.
Okay. Where do we go next then? We finished with you, Josh, because you had it number one as well, pal. It's number one for you. Tell us why.
Yeah, absolutely love it for all the reasons you've said. I was also going to make that connection to Sunday dinners. Like, you'd be literally Josh dinner, watching Perugia versus Vincenza. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know what I'm watching, but I'm watching it and it's free. And James Richardson is outside a cafe and he's there with a piece of cake that he's not going to eat, but it's there.
And a latte. She's empty.
Absolutely.
And he's folding the paper like he's looking through Gazzetta football.
Absolutely. That's all a lie. But no, it's just so good. I mean, I remember doing some deep diving into the reasons as to why there was such a division between Roma and Lazio. And Lazio is very much the affluent and royal and regal areas of Rome, and they are sort of like the higher up almost. And Roma are very much the people. So it's kind of like a clash of like cultures and a clash of class, and it's massive. And I remember
posh club. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Lazio are the posh club, and I only recently just worked that out. That was the reasoning as to why the hate is so deep. And you make a good point as well, Andy, about Gazza's first goal. And I remember he had no idea what he was going into. It was like, what is this? And then as soon as he scored that goal, he was absolutely mobbed. Everyone loved him, But then again, he was also despised by people in the same city. He didn't realise what he'd done. I just think that he's just a kid, just such a great fit for that. And the shirt itself, love everything about it. I love the jacquard pattern as well. I like that the Banca di Roma is also that slightly off navy that complements the pinstripe on the collar and also the Umbro logo. Like Andy said, that eagle on the bloody badge is great. I mean, I think I saw Sarri, because they just won the most recent derby with an eagle on his arm. Just class. For me, this is just such a lovely shirt, and it's making me really want it.
Yeah, it's bringing memories back for me and Sunday dinners and playing football. Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Few comments to get through. Retro football kits. Good evening, Joe. Big up the panel, and he's saying what we're all thinking. Andy Tate, the legend. Yes. Absolutely, mate. Also saying Gazza legend. Imagine he went to United. Yeah, as Andy was saying. Imagine he'd have done that. And Julian as well. Julian, 3 seasons, 92 to 95. He played for Lazio. And also yeah, absolutely. We'll finish off with Jackson. He just said, scored an insane goal in a row derby. Though he also rocked a mad ponytail haircut, so Lazio was a mixed bag for him. Yeah.
He also ran into was it Parkhead or was it Ibrox? And I ran into the bar, downed a double whiskey, and went back on the pitch and scored, didn't I? I remember that.
Amazing.
The Rangers, and he's playing his bloody flute at the same time.
Yeah.
That was the same game.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Only Gazza.
Only Gazza. So there we go. There's our number one shirt, Lazio. What year did I say? I forgot what year it bloody was. 92, 93, I'm going to say. Yeah, 92, 93 home shirt. 43 points overall. So, yeah, it really was well thought of within the panel this week. As always, I will do my due diligence so you know I'm not cheating. There's everyone's scores. And there we go. There you see. So, you know I'm not a cheater and I don't just put shirts where I want to put them. So, there we go. We'll move that and we'll come back. That is it for this week's show. Thank you very much for spending some time with us while we deep dive into the rank bank to rank the 10 shirts. It's been a great show.
Really has.
We'll forget the bullying. We'll forget the bullying in the beginning. We'll forget about that.
Some childhood memories there, man. Telling you.
And yeah, I think it's been one of the best episodes we've done. I've really enjoyed it. As always, Josh, thank you very much for being here and being the kitsman and being you. It's been a pleasure, mate.
No, it's been awesome. It's been great to get to know Andy. I've always seen him on his YouTube videos and such, and to get to sort of speak to your mate in this way is awesome. Yeah, it's nice, mate, that you've had so many memories with your football shirts, because I think that's ultimately what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get emotional, but it's actually brought a tear to my eye, because remembering my mum and all, anything I wanted in the 90s, she got it, man. It's the memories that keep you happy.
It is, dude. It is. And like you said, it's just for people. And also, we've got the kind of the same ones. Like, we were also commenting on sort of like Sunday dinners and whatnot. We were all there. We all had
it. Yeah, we all did it. I mean, I was like 90, but yeah, football shirt, man.
So I mean, and I think it's not just a piece of clothing, is it? It really is more than that. And I think we've just proved it just here. So yeah, no, class as always. And like you said, I think this has been one of the best episodes. I ain't laughed as much as possible. You, mate, Super Mario, this is incredible.
I mean, it's still happening. Bloody Viking YouTube show. See you, Mario. Yeah. See you later.
Could be worse. You could be branded Luigi. You could have a twin.
Yeah.
Hey, Luigi, where's the madame?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I always preferred Luigi. I thought he was a little less pretentious than Mario. I thought Mario seemed a bit pretentious to me. Don't know.
Mario wasn't he? He was,
just a bit.
You should always have the option on the game. You don't have to be Mario, just be Luigi. So I outsmart, because like, I wonder who's the older brother. I say Luigi, the younger brother, older. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
outsmart your older brother.
Maybe I liked him because he was taller and I'm a short ass. So I was like, wanted to be a bit taller. I don't know. Maybe it's that. We'll see. Thank you, Josh, as always. It's always a pleasure, mate. I love having you on here. It's the best.
Yeah, well, cheers, man. Well, you've been absolutely quality, mate. I mean, we are literally having a right bro mo here. People are sick of us, but man, fair play. All
good. Dom, thank you again, mate. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you've been here with us. If I'm feeling up better, I'll hopefully be seeing you tomorrow.
Nice.
For anyone who doesn't know, there's a new bar opening in Manchester, Calcio Manchester. It's a specific football bar. It's got retro football games. It's showing all the games. It's got food. It's in
Dale Street in the Northern Quarter. Yeah, so they've got their launch event tomorrow night. They open officially on Friday. They'll be hosting games. They'll be hosting games across the weekend as well.
They got World Cup night. They got World Cup night.
I'll be putting out loads of stuff on socials tomorrow onwards. So any kind of games any consoles that I can get on, any kind of older games that I can get on, they'll be showing.
I'm talking paying, mate. What you used to pay. Not consoles.
Arcade, yeah.
Yeah, Manchester used to be Nobles Arcade. I was there every other day playing football.
Yeah, Nobles on Oldham Street. I used to love that.
Yeah. Now Morrison's now,
but yeah, so I'll be down there, and then I'll be out watching some football over the weekend. I'll probably get down to FC United on Saturday. They're playing Warrington Rylands, and then probably watch United on Sunday as well. Maybe if Calcio blows me away tomorrow night, I'll probably pop down again at the weekend. So obviously, if anyone wants to join, more than welcome to give us a shout. But other than that, we'll just be doing what we normally do on Twitter, just engaging with the community and enjoying things like this. As Josh had reiterated, the nostalgic element of a shirt is amazing, and it's wonderful to see with people like Andy on the show as well. So thank you.
Yeah. Oh, mate. No, you have to thank me. Thank you, guys. Just last one here, Viking. I'm not going to sell that shirt, mate. It's one of my favourite shirts. I don't care. I'm just not going to wear it on this show, so it looks like fucking dungarees. That's all I'm going to do. Last but not least, Andy, mate. I knew you'd be sick on this show. I didn't think you'd be this good. Thank you so much for coming on, mate.
Yeah, big time.
Thanks for having me on, mate. And thanks for bringing back some happy memories, mate. Because sometimes when you're down, you need a lift, and them family times and nostalgia and Sunday dinners, it just makes you feel happy. And I love it.
Mate. Absolutely. You're welcome on anytime. Never, like I say to everyone, never wait for an invite. Always, if you want to say, listen, 88, I'm free on a Wednesday. Get me on. You're more than welcome, mate. Anytime you like. So there we go. That's the end of the show. Like I say at the start, if it is your first time talking kit, make sure you smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, do the bell notification for every time we drop content. Next week is our last full kit rankers before the World Cup. We're going to have a little break so you can enjoy the World Cup without us ranking all over the place. But we'll still have Desert Island kits, and I'm thinking maybe some World Cup based during the tournament, so you've got a little bit more.
You're gonna get a shirt. You're gonna treat yourself to a World Cup shirt.
I've got the Brazil home and away, Andy. I'm sorted, me, mate. I'm all ready to go.
I mean, I fancy a Mexico one. It looks nice.
Yeah, big time.
Good luck trying to get the away.
It was always a big seller as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So that's it from us. We will see you next week. Look out for another Desert Island kits as well. We've got Sam SH Shirts. His episode is dropping on Monday, so look out for that. We'll see you soon. Take it easy, and as always, make sure that you keep talking kit.